people, I just finished this one, Brandon Sanderson, Rim of War. I think it's the fourth, no, I think no, it's the fourth book in the Stormlight archives. And I have to say that I haven't made any review of the previous three, but this one has resonated with me in a way that, yeah, I have to surrender to the rims and I have to talk about this one. I guess that if this book has resonated with me in the way that it has done, it's because he has written the previous three books in the way that he did. And I think that the work that he's putting into these books is amazing. He is creating something that's so big, that's so expansive. I mean, I have now the fifth book ready to grab and to submerge myself into its pages, but I'm worried about how long will it take for him to write the 5 books that remain, because if I remember correctly, it was to be like 10 books divided in 5 and 5, like 2 acts kind of thing. I love Brandon Sanderson, the things that he writes. I love the mind that he has in order to create all these different worlds that he creates. And I have to say, honestly, my favorite trilogy was the original Mistborn, because I did love that one. The world building, the different creatures. Sometimes you weren't so sure about what made a monster and what made a human. And this is something that we are going to be finding in this new work of his. This book, the fourth one, encapsulates so many things, but there are 2 things that have kept me reading like an addicted, and one of them is that it's very heavy on mental health issues, and also it's a book that makes you think about war. We are going to have this kind of eternal conflict. We have enemies that somehow are kind of immortal, and they have been at this war for so long. There was this war in the past, something happened, and then the war kind of stopped, and then it begins anew. And we have like these all enemies, all fight, revisiting this new world, new people, new moment in time. And there is some very powerful reflections about fighting, war, and killing each other, and everyone is trying to save their own people, and lots of people are dying. And wouldn't it be nice if we could find a way to burn these bridges, to stop this war, to stop this conflict that spans generations, that affects bystanders. The spren has been affected by this war. Different kind of singers of parchment, of humans, of radiance, of there's so many things going on in this world, so many sides of the equation, and I love how Sanderson explores it. And you don't really know who's the good guys and the bad guys. Like, in a general sense, you have bad guys and good guys in here, and you know who they are, but you know what I mean. It's not so black and white. There's lots of shades of gray with characters that are doing, things like bad things depending on where you stand on this world. And I think it's amazing. There were some chapters with Navani and another character who I'm not going to say the name. And I did love this dichotomy that both of them presented, and how right they both were and how wrong they both were, and how they're trying, to find a way to work together, and they're like in opposite sides of this war, of this equation. And it made me think a lot about, about being enemies, and about fighting, and about wars, and about finding common ground, and, being able to transcend your own place or where you find yourself, and move forward. And it makes this book, it really blew my mind. And also the thing about mental health, it was amazingly well done. We have main characters who are suffering from different kind of ailments. We have Kaladin. He suffers from this kind of darkness that follows him around since he was very young. And it's like he wants to disconnect his brain so he can rest, and he's trying to find sense, and he wants to protect people, and when people die he thinks that he's failing, and he falls into despair. Why I'm doing everything? Doesn't matter if, you know, if people are going to die. Do I matter? What I'm doing here? Why is this darkness following me around? And he also presents like post-traumatic stress disorder and the things that he has seen in this battle. And there's other soldiers that are also suffering from different kinds of traumatic stress disorder and about regrets about their own lives. We have characters like Tesh who are dealing with addiction. And I think it's a very powerful book in all these things that it talks about. And also Shallan, who creates these different personas so she can hide herself from the things that she has done that she doesn't remember, doesn't want to remember. Where is the line there, you know? And she creates these different sides of herself, and it's like, you know, she is hiding, protecting herself, impersonating different personas that can help her, you know, deal with these feelings and these lots of things that are going on inside her head. I think that Shallan is a very complex character. And she's a character that feels like people will reject her if they know what she did in the past. And she has chosen to forget what she did in the past and to hide herself behind different masks and presenting people with what they expect from her. And she has evolved from that, creating veils so she can work with Miser to create Radian, who is this ideal of what she feels like she should be like. And there is Shallan, the real Shallan, and there is Formless in this book. She is creating this fourth persona. Yeah, so amazing. I'm not going to be talking much about Shallan and her personas because I think that you should read that and to understand where she comes from. And the story is going to move forward. The war is going to move forward. We're going to be following Adolin, who's a character that I love so much, and Maya, who's a character that I love even more, I think. And we are going to be following them, going into Shadowsmar, trying to negotiate with the spren to see if they can bond with humans again, or if they are going to be able to move forward from what happened in the past, how many spren did die because the Radians broke their oath. And as I say, this war is affecting like everyone, the people fighting in it and the people surrounding the conflict, and it's very real. It's what wars does. And there's lots of things in this book that are amazing, and there's lots of things that are going to happen to the characters as well as to the story. And I'm not going to say much more about it because probably everyone has already read these books. I haven't read them until now. I am devouring them one after the other. I cannot stop reading them, even if, as I said in a previous video that I made, that's like heavy lifting, having one of these big boys in your hands. But thank you for watching, and I hope that you can enjoy this video. Bye!